In this video, we're going to compare fractions with either equal numerators or denominators, and we're also going to have some negatives thrown into the mix without any visual aids. Okay. So in the first example, so it says order the fractions from least to greatest and justify your answer. In the first example, notice they all have the same denominator. So these are all in twelfths. So the smaller the numerator, since they're all positive, the smaller the fraction. So 0 twelfths, 3 twelfths, 7 twelfths, and 15 twelfths. And for my justification, I'm going to write same denominator. So that's the method I used for comparing them. Now in the next one, notice they all have the same numerator. Okay, so I'm going to compare the denominators. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces are. I have the same number of pieces, so the smaller pieces will have a larger denominator. Okay, so the biggest denominator is 100, so 3 hundredths is the smallest. Okay, next is 65, so 3 over 65 is the next largest, then 3 over 5, and then finally 3 over 1. And my justification is going to be, I use the fact that they had the same numerator. Okay. Let's look at the next question. So we have -5/8, -5/3, and 2/5. Okay, well, they don't all have the same numerator. These two do. They don't all have the same denominator. So what are we going to do here? So notice that 2 of the numbers are negative and 1 of them is positive. So we know positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. So I'm going to start by just putting 2/5 all the way to the right. It is the largest. Okay. Now I just need to order these two. Which one is the smallest and which one is the second smallest? Well, they have the same numerator. Notice that they're both negative, so that reverses the ordering of the positive numbers. Okay, so 5/3 is bigger than 5/8. So -5/3 is less than -5/8. So it's going to be -5/3, comma, -5/8, and then 2/5. Okay, so here we use the rules of positives and negatives, and then we also use the rule for numbers that have the same numerator. Okay, let's look at our last question. Well, all of these are positive. They don't all have the same numerator, and they don't all have the same denominator. But this pair has the same denominators, and this pair has the same numerators. Okay, so let's see what we can do. So I'll start with the pair that have the same numerators. I know that 3/7 is less than 3/6, okay, because sevenths are smaller pieces. Okay, so in my ordering, 3/7 is going to come before 3/6. Okay, now I still have to deal with 2/7, so I can compare 2/7 to 3/7, and I know 2/7 is less than 3/7 because they have the same denominator, and 2 pieces is less than 3 pieces of the same size. So now we actually have all the information we need, because 2/7 is less than 3/7, and we know 3/7 is less than 3/6. So this gives us our ordering, and we use both the same denominator method and the same numerator method. Okay. So these are very specific examples where the numerators or the denominators match in some combination, so we can order it. We're going to learn to use benchmark fractions in the next video, but something you can always do is rewrite all the numbers by creating equivalent fractions with the same numerator and denominators to compare in these ways.